What's up, people? Welcome to Video Village, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes and into the lives of the content creators. Today's guest is Shannon Poshe Anderson. Shannon is a self-love and self-healing ambassador. She inspires and coaches people to become the best version of themselves by teaching others how to write, tell, and publish their own stories. She also teaches on healing, connecting with spirituality and God. Overcoming heartbreaking and traumatic situations throughout her life has made her a pioneer and catalyst in the self-love and self-healing industry. Miss Shannon, what up? What it do?
What's up? What's good, Mo? How are you?
I'm all good. Thank you for taking this time out with us to share your amazing story. First of all, where you from? Where you grew up at?
I'm from Decatur, Georgia, shouting. I'm from Decatur, Georgia.
My wife is from Decatur as well, so I'm a
Get out of here.
Yeah, and so
everything, you know what it is.
Yeah, she still has to translate to me, y'all deep slang and lingo. I don't be understanding half the time.
Yeah, I know. We can do a whole nother session on that.
For real. Nah, I got into your background and you checked out your social media and stripper to striver. I'm like, man, you hit them with that one, huh?
Yeah, it's a heck of a story.
Yeah. Now, apart from that, I like the little tagline at the bottom: from sliding down poles to healing souls. Who came up with that?
That's a heck of a transition, right? That is a heck of a transition. It's my story. That's where I started. That's how I ended up. So the dash in between is the story. Word.
Go into it. Tell us what's the project about.
Okay, so Stripper to Striver is actually a book and a documentary. So I initially released Stripper to Striver in 2017. So I considered that like a soft launch. I just wanted to put something out to rebrand myself, because people knew me as a stripper, then they knew me as a rapper. And I was like, I'm over this stuff. So I just wanted to walk more into my purpose. So anyway, I released the book and it got good reviews and everything like that. But I always knew I was going to re-release it. I just, used those 2 years to kind of build and rebrand myself. So now I'm re-releasing it. I also filmed the documentary, so everybody gets to read it and also see the visual. And then I have some other television stuff going on that's getting ready to come out too. So it's a great little movement going on. So I'm thanking everybody who's supporting it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, how long was this process and to get to where you are right now?
Well, I talk about it in my book and the documentary. My changing point was 2015, March 24, 2015. I was still a female rapper in Atlanta, Georgia, on the rise, and I was involved in a car accident that killed my manager. So he died, I lived. And so clearly you can't go back to being, it was just, I came out a different person. So even if I tried to go back to be a rapper and be that woman, I just couldn't. It's like that woman died in the car accident. So that was like my rebirth. And so I could say from 2000 to a good 2017 is when I wrote the book. And then from 2017 into 2019, I did the documentary and everything.
Okay. Now, I'm always intrigued when I hear stories on the people in the entertainment industry, rappers to video vixens. Now, when you were at the peak of your modeling days or your stripping day, what was a day like? A day in the life of Shannon? Was it just constant parties? Or were you just trying to get that money? Like, what was a 24-hour day at that peak of your career? When you was just wilding out.
At that peak of my career, to be honest, it was a lot of traveling. A lot of trying to stay alive.
Okay.
A lot of survival mode. You know, of course, the partying and all this stuff happened too, but I've always been very conscious of my whereabouts. And I always try to keep safe and stay safe because I had kids to come back home to, you know.
Okay.
So, of course, the partying and all this stuff, but it was a lot of traveling and everything was about making money. It was always a hustle, always a grind.
Okay. Now, were you a video vixen or were you on the rapper side?
I was on the cover of men's magazine.
Okay.
Cover men's magazine. So I did magazines.
Okay.
So I was like, you know, I was like one of the most popular adult Black models as far as like men's magazines and stuff like that. So with that came the calendars and you know, different tours and clubs and stuff like that. And then I had like membership sites and, you know, all that type of stuff. So a lot of my friends were like porn stars and all that stuff. And, you know, Janet Jack me and all them, you know. So, it was an interesting life, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Ayana Angel, I don't know if you know who she is, but she kind of coached me and kind of taught me the industry. But, yeah.
Look, I shouldn't be like, yeah, I know who that is, but yeah, I know who that is.
Okay. Oh, sorry, you're a bad man.
It's all good.
My bad.
It's all good.
You know what it is, you know.
It's all good. She don't even care about all that. Now you connected with me through the ABFF app, so you were at the festival. Tell me about that experience.
I was at the festival. My film was not in the festival because I just finished the film, so I didn't make the deadline. But I said, you know what? I just want to go down there and just kind of mix and mingle and see who I can, you know, talk to and meet and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm predicting that I'll be there next year. So I just wanted to kind of see how it went before I actually, you know, would be in a film festival. And so it was a great experience. You know, I got to meet a lot of different people. I got to go to Spike Lee's event. I got to go to, what's his name? Omar Epps and see him. And, you know, Master P.
I saw the I got the Hook Up 2 poster and I was like, oh, they came back with that.
Yeah, you know, he's coming back, man. You know, so I'm like, oh gosh, you know, so it's a lot of great things going on. They also premiere Shaft there.
Yeah, no, that was the opening night festival, right? I mean, opening night film. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you know, it's a lot. Everybody, you know, was there, so it was a really good.
Yeah, story about ABFF. I launched a documentary last summer there.
Awesome.
Yeah, on Slum Village, out of Detroit, and it took 7 years, 7 submissions to get a film into that festival. So, you know.
Oh, different submissions though, right?
Oh yeah, different submissions. You know,
I was about to say you can do it 7 times. Wow.
Because typically I do try to do like a short film here and there every year or whatever, or every other year, and we submit and we don't get into ABFF one time. So if you don't, you know, get in with one project, just keep doing it. Eventually you'll get in because I'm living testimony of that. So,
wow. So do they give corrections? I've never submitted. Will they say you need to fix this or fix that, or just no? You know,
I think on their submission, I think it's you could pay extra for that, but I didn't get that feature when I submitted. I just submitted it and just prayed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, all you can do is just make sure your stuff is tight and just, you know, submit to a whole bunch of them, you know. And did you go to the white party?
I missed the white party.
Missed the white party. Okay.
I kind of went on a whim. I ain't gonna even lie. I was just like a few days before. Yeah. Literally. And so I just flew down there and just kind of went on a whim. I did meet the guys, the promoters. I hung out with them for a little while, who do all the white parties and stuff like that. Good. So, you know, they kind of let me into some stuff. I did the opening one on where they had like the where were we? We were like on the top of a hotel, like a with a pool and stuff like that. So I went to that one. Yeah.
Okay. That hotel was actually the closing night party last year. I know exactly what you're talking
Oh,
about. Yeah. Yep.
okay.
Yep. Okay. Sweet. Now, on your Instagram, you have biggest day. I am no longer a model. Like, tell me about that. Why did you have to post that?
Because I get so tired of people hitting me up about it. Like, no, I'm not modeling, and no, I'm not teaching you how to model, and no, I don't manage models, and no, just I'm not coming to model for your no. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes it gets on my nerve. Like the way that I look gets on my nerves sometimes. I mean, I thank God, but still, it's just hard for people to take you with something else. You know what I mean? They look at me and be like, "Oh, you must be a model, or you must be in fashion." I'm like, "No, why can't I use my intellect?" Yeah, I've been using my looks my whole life. Can I use my intellect now? I'll be smart now.
You got a brain. You be using it.
I got a brain. I want to use that now. I made that string. I've been retired for 15 years. People are like, really?
Yeah.
Retired last year.
Yeah, it's called a chapter for a reason.
Yeah, so because I look a lot younger, people think, "Oh, you must have just stopped dancing last year." I'm like, "Girl, I ain't danced since 2004."
Yeah. Now, with the whole transitioning the book to a film, were you the director, writer, producer? Like, what was your, or did you have?
I wrote the book and executive produced the film. So I brought on the producer. She did everything.
Okay.
So I guess that makes me executive producer.
Hey.
Right, like she put everything together.
Yeah, you can't do it by yourself.
Right, I cut the check. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm executive producer, right?
Okay. Yeah. That's what that means, the money person.
Hey, right, because I don't know it. So I can't say that I went and hired the director and all that. I hired her so she could go and do all that stuff because that's what she knows. You know what I mean?
Okay. So really you just took it as they came to you, of course, to what is your vision, and then they did what they did to put your vision to strength
together. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And who was the director? Was your friend also the director, or if you want?
No, her name is Shamoya Kelly. She was the producer, and she brought everybody's in the credits.
Okay.
Like you gotta look at the credits.
Yeah.
I think his name was David something. I didn't quite catch everybody's full names.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, like she brought in everybody. So
that's cool. Hey, that is a blessing in itself, because that is work, just pulling everybody together, camera people, and trying to find space to film, and also that's a good look right there.
Yeah, but I mean, doing it, I know how to redo it though. Because I actually shot the documentary in 2008 too. Most people don't know that. Okay. But I just wasn't where I needed to be in my life to really put it out.
Okay.
But I shot that one myself, so.
Okay. Now, when it is released, is there anything that your closest friends and family will see that they be like, "Man, I didn't know that." Like, wow, or is it stuff people already know?
Yeah. Yeah, probably a lot of stuff they don't know.
Okay.
But I'm not really that close to my family. My sister has already said she's going to sue me. So, I mean,
Wow.
Oh. And she called my dad and my brother was like, "Yeah, we should all join in and sue her." So, that's...
Wow.
But I told everybody's names, and I told her, I said, the only... Like, if you come out and say you're my sister, that's the only reason people are going to know. Like, just say you're not my sister. Like, nobody know who you are like that.
Well, you will not be at the summer barbecue reunion this year.
Right. We don't have them anyway. My family, I grew up dysfunctional. That's why I'm this way. That's why I wrote a book, okay?
Hey, well, I'm glad that you are alive and here and talking with us now.
Alive, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that book could have been like a series, huh? The amount of stuff.
Oh my gosh! Well, see, that's what it's actually getting ready to be. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. So I have some people come to me and they're like, "Oh my God, we can do so many episodes of this book. This is crazy."
Now let's transition into your, you helping people to teach and write and publish. Is that something that you travel to, like you have seminars and classes on how to publish your own books? Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, so writeandpublishacademy.com is actually the website for that. And I do free classes. I travel throughout the country. So I'll actually be at Essence Fest July 6th through 8th. So I will be there teaching people how to write and publish their books. And I'll also be talking about my book and my movie. Hey!
Congratulations. I've never been to Essence, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a pretty dope experience.
Yes.
Yeah, and hot.
Oh my gosh, very hot.
Now, will this be your first time at Essence, or?
It will be. Actually, I've never even been to Essence, so to be here and to be talking about my project is like really amazing. So,
okay,
I'm very excited for that.
Cool. Well, we're gonna switch to my segment called a reshoot segment, and that's a term we use in the film industry as. When the finished product comes out, you're like, damn, I wish I could reshoot that. Now, is there anything in this film, when you look at it, you're like, I should probably redo that one? Or did you just put it out there, this is the raw, straight up, no chaser?
Well, in the film, let's see, is there anything in there? Not really.
Okay.
I can't really say that there's maybe the part about my sister that she's going to be upset about. But I decided to keep it in there because it was such an intricate part of my life.
Okay.
And even though it's not going to make her look the best, it was such a changing point in my life because the betrayal was so big.
Okay.
And it shaped my life. So it's almost like I wouldn't be serving my audience well if I didn't include it.
Okay. Okay, so that was one of those. Do I not?
But when you're doing nonfiction autobiographies, somebody's always gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? Like
always. I think Straight Outta Compton was probably the first biopic that I've heard across the board. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's pretty dope," but like, Tupac, All Eyes on Me, Whitney Houston, it's Biggie. It's always a biopic that somebody say, it ain't go down like that. You know?
Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you do?
Biopics, that's a really tricky topic because everybody thinks they know your story, or
right.
They're like, nah, it didn't happen like that. Like, I was there, you know.
Right, but that's why 10 different people can go through the same thing. You'll hear 10 different stories because people perceive it differently and they experience it differently. So yeah. But you know,
we're gonna pray for your family there. You don't you don't need that extra drama going on.
I really don't.
All right, I'm gonna get to a filmmaker quote of the day from director Mike Nichols from The Graduate, Birdcage, and Charlie Wilson's War. His quote is, "The only safe thing is to take a chance." And with everything that you've done, what can you say that you took a chance and you bet on yourself, and you really didn't know what the outcome was going to be, whether it was this film, your book, or
I would say both.
Okay.
I would say both. The book, I mean, because I talk about some very vulnerable things, like the things that I talk about, most people take to their graves, Okay. So I definitely took a chance, of course being criticized, of course being judged, but I always had to keep in mind the people that I'm helping. Okay. And so, you just kind of have to weigh your options. Whenever especially when God tells you to do something, it's not going to be the most comfortable situation. But you know that your story has meaning and it's going to help so many other people. So those are the people that I focus on.
Oh yeah. I can see a lot of little women coming across your film. Like, probably don't want to go down that road.
Well, they have an honest representation because now all they see is the glamorous side. But
yeah. So with apart from your family, is there any people in the industry that you had to like take their name out, or you just put it out there, or any?
Yeah. There was a football player that I dated, so I didn't, go into detail about his name and stuff like that. As far as like the music industry, I didn't really touch on the music industry way too much. But of course, there are names that I can name.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be that type of book. I don't need that kind of drama. You know what I mean?
That's like the Corinne Steffen Superhead book. When she came
see, we ain't hold up, wait a minute.
I mean, she came out like DMX, Busta Rhymes. I'm like, you really not trying to work no more, are you? It's like, you must got.
I just don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't want that to be my legacy. I don't, because it's going to totally take away from the purpose of it. People gonna be so caught up into the who.
That is very true, because apart from what was in the book, everybody remember why she say all them names, and that overshadowed any story she was
everything else. It was like, so now I'll be Superhead Junior. Or they'll try to put it in that category. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm stripper the striver. Like,
we're not trying to go down that Superhead route. It's like, you're not trying to be a where are they now situation.
No name dropping, and I made sure I stayed clear of that.
Yeah. Let everybody keep to their imagination. A football player, you can run with that however you want to run.
Yeah, it's a million of those.
Yeah. In this day and time, it's really not any surprise that football and basketball players get down like that. Whatever.
Exactly. Nobody be shocked.
Nobody be. You can probably still say the name like, oh, okay. I think Warren Sapp probably just.
But the thing about this was I was only 15. See, that's a whole other issue.
Oh yeah, he prayed like, Lord, please don't say that. Please.
So I didn't even want to go there. That's a whole other issue, because I'm sure he's married and probably whatever by now.
Oh yeah. I think everybody watching that R. Kelly situation go down is like,
exactly.
Oh,
I said, I'm not gonna do that to the man,
Exactly. Okay. This is my segment, 60 frames a second. I want to take 60 seconds to say, have you seen Players Club?
Of course.
Okay. Now, in 60 seconds, can you tell us if Ice Cube got it right, or did they leave a lot of stuff out in that world of strip clubs?
I hated Players Club. From day one, I said, this is some bull. To me, it was kind of like how Empire is to the music industry. It was like, no. Some parts were right. I mean, there are chicks like the blonde chick, the wannabe bosses, think they're the boss of everything, know all the dope boys and all that stuff. Her cousin, I would say was right on point though.
Okay.
I would say she was right on point, but Diamond was just kind of
it just went.
I didn't know any diamonds.
What?
Because she was the main character, it was just like, I don't know no diamonds. You know what I mean? Like, they're either like super arrogant, like the blonde hair chick, and want to be bosses of everybody, or they're like super dumb and naive and just getting in the industry like the cousin.
Yeah.
But not too many just make it, well, I don't know.
Yeah, you just didn't like it, and that's the reason. And when I saw your background, I like to talk to people like my aunt. She can't stand Grey's Anatomy. She's in the medical industry.
Yeah,
can't stand it, and lawyers can't watch like Law and Order. So when I see your background, I was like, I wonder how she feel about Players Club.
I was like, boo.
It's like they didn't really do their research, right? But yeah, it's a hood classic.
It's a hood classic. You know what I mean? I just felt like it was really diamonds. It was really diamond to me. That just wasn't realistic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't going after the money hard enough.
Yeah.
And when you in that life, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
You're not like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna, take a few days here. Like,
So when they come on BET on a Sunday afternoon, it's like you just skipping past that, huh?
yeah, I mean, I do it just to laugh. It's a good laugh, but I could never take it seriously.
It's all good. Well, want to get to your social media, how people can contact you, because we definitely gonna be watching. Oh, I did go online and I caught my 2 general admission tickets. So if
Awesome.
if I'm free that day, open that day, I'll come check out your screening.
Okay, you're in Atlanta?
I am in Atlanta. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the screening is September 5th. And you can find that information on Eventbrite. My social media is I am Shannon Anderson, and that is on Instagram. On Twitter, I am author Shannon A, and on Facebook, I am Shannon Anderson. I am Shannon Anderson.
Sweet. And this has been Video Village. For those who want to follow Video Village, IG Video Village Podcast, Twitter VV_podcast, and hit us up for any submission inquiries, guest inquiries. And Miss Shannon, thank you so much for this awesome.
Thank you so much, Mo. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, so much. You're such a lighthearted, funny woman.
Thank you.
I see. The Lord is telling me stand-up comedy is in your future.
Oh my gosh! Maybe one day.
You said,
if people take me seriously, maybe.
Let's get through this book first, huh?
Yeah, you never know where I end up.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you, and this has been Video Village, and we out.